Hi guys, the last video I posted was about the new prototype number 2 of my recumbent trike, leaning trike, but it came to a stop because the design was getting a bit too messy, so I left it for a couple of months and now it has been rethought and I've started again. What you see here is EasyOS. It's a Linux operating system, and it's got a huge collection of applications built in, as you can see if I look at the menu. In multimedia, what I'm using right now is EasyCast screen recorder. Okay, huge collection of applications. Now the design now, I will be posting some links to my blog which have more details, so just a bit of an overview here. If we come up here and look at these, this one for example, this shows the front tilting mechanism. Okay, this is just a little snapshot. The blog post goes into a few more details. Now that was designed in SolveSpace. That's another application that is also available if you look in the graphic. SolveSpace. It's a parametric 3D CAD application. Okay, now come up here to having a look at these files created by SolveSpace. This one here, for example. Here it is. Here's that same front suspension, and what we can do here, this being a 3D parametric CAD application, we can actually play with the, as you see, we can play with the tilting, so we can make sure we get it right. And most importantly, if we look further down there, most importantly that distance there should say approximately the same. That's where the wheels hit the road, the spacing. Okay, and to prevent tyre squealing and other nasty wear on the wheels, this should remain approximately the same as we tilt in different angles. Okay, so that's the front suspension. So that's the radius of the wheels, so 20-inch wheels. This is what we call the wheel knuckle, which holds the axle of the wheel. These are the swing arms. This is the shock absorber. The same thing on the other side. Now getting out of there. Okay, now let's have a look at the steering linkages. Steering number 8 here. This is where I've designing the proportions so that when you turn corners, the wheels will follow the Ackermann principle. Now the wheels are here, so the wheels are actually just slightly off there, and the same on the other side. And these are the arms coming out from the wheel knuckle on both sides. Okay, and these are tie rods. Oops, here tie rod and tie rod, and this here is the steering arms. So there'll be arms going out each side of the recumbent seat for steering. So you can steer by moving this. And what should happen is that when you adjust this to those circles that you can see on there, see those circles, those linkages on the side here, there, and this other one over here, where are we? That one there, very close. They should line up on those circles. Okay, so that just needs adjusting to get that right, and you can design it with different radiuses, turning radiuses. Okay, so that's another little SolveSpace design. Okay, now here is the three-dimensional view of the backbone. Right, what I'm using is a 40 by 40 millimeter steel square backbone. Now if I can just rotate it a bit, and I'll take out hold on, let's go down to hide all. Okay, so we're in SolveSpace again. So this here is the 40 by 40 square steel backbone. So I'm now using steel rather than aluminium, and this shows the complete design. This is not animated, it's just a fixed rigid design, just to give a pictorial view of what it consists of. As I've stated earlier, this is going to be in the public domain. This is nothing patentable. Nobody should try and patent anything. And if you see anything in this that you think is possibly patentable, you can't. I've declared it as public domain. There are two rings, here and here. Oops, there and there. And there's a rod down the bottom here which rotates. The rings are welded onto the rod. So, and the shock absorbers for the front suspension are welded onto the top of the rings. So this is how leaning is achieved. Previously, in the previous design, I had an arm coming up through the centre of the backbone, which is not very good. It weakened the whole backbone. This is a much better arrangement. If you read my blog, you can see a better explanation probably of how that tilting occurs. And here is a swivel. Okay, so the rod will swivel on this horizontally, and we come out to here, and this is the steering arms. So in the middle here there will be the recumbent seat for the occupant, and his hands will be on each side there for steering. So when you tilt here, when you swivel the steering arms around this on this little swivel point here, this will turn left or right. However, if you rotate the steering arms, it will rotate this rod, which will then rotate this these rings, and you'll get tilting. Very simple, but there's a lot of detail getting the proportions right. These things here, up the top here, for example, these are where the tie rods connect. These are heim joints here, connecting out to the linkages to the wheels. And there's a lot of detail in the proportions, but it maintains correct caster and toe in, toe out, and camber, Ackerman is all maintained fairly well. Now that is not actually, it looks like it's connected to the backbone there, but it isn't. There's actually going to be a little gap in there between the heim joints and the backbone. So that's just a quick little overview. Please look at the links below, which have a bit more detail. Okay, and I will be posting more videos as we progress. Okay, that's enough.